kind of things going on here? I don't know. But behind me, there's people looking on as well. Oh, are they interested? I love the free sleeping bag scarf chic. Derelict. Good afternoon, viewers. It's another coldish, rainy November rain, overcast day. We are in Derby city centre, made infamous recently by two very scary incidents involving migrants. First one being a migrant losing his mind, having a mental breakdown just down there, just over there, with a big shovel or a spade, and he was waving it around. There was some police around him, community support officers, and no one would tackle the man with the big metal weapon. He didn't look like he wanted to dig stuff up. Anyway, a member of the public eventually whoosh, took him down, and the police took him out. And I think it was that bank there as well. A illegal migrant was denied asylum, so he stabbed a random person in the neck and murdered him, and then went off his way. And Derby isn't a big, scary place. It's a small town. It's a smallish town. And I don't think the police are taking any chances now. Look at that. Bring out the stormtroopers. Used to be like a safe Rolls-Royce-y kind of Middle England. How are you, mate? All good. Wagwan fam. Look at that. Even the white guys are talking like Jamaicans now. Look. So we've just filmed we're just here in the main bit. You've got where is she? Florence Nightingale's one of these statues, some famous nurse. And I would say here, I would say Christianity has a PR problem at the moment. There's a few people listening though, but we need to sex up the dossier of Christianity. We need to make JC a bit more. Okay, let me just rephrase that. The people propagandizing the good old JC, Jesus Christ, need to have a bit more life in them, a bit more balls. Like, we shouldn't leave it to the quiet little elderly to. Anyway. Thank you very much, my friend. There's a couple of fast-moving crackies up ahead there, with their hoods up, obviously passing the constabulary. If I've spotted them, I hope the police have got the same cracky radar. But they move quickly and in an agitated manner towards their next fix. But yeah, as I was saying, before getting distracted by all sorts of things, horrible. There's a Sikh man with a turban was waiting in the queue in the bank to do his banking, and a deranged illegal migrant with a big kitchen knife decided to randomly murder him. And as I say, this isn't a particularly violent town, although you can see by the demographics it's certainly changed from, say, 25 years ago. It's very international now. I've just had internet confirmation this was the exact branch where the deranged illegal migrant denied his asylum, decided to take it out on a, hey guys, you're right, hello, decided to take it out on a random member of the public. Now, how terrifying is that? These people walk amongst us, and there's thousands more arriving every week. Amazing. You can even get a soundtrack to the decay. Yeah, probably Elvis. It sounds like Elvis. Plot thickens. It's not just police. You've also got, look, these new ones. Civilians in level 4 body armor against the 7.62 millimeter Soviet rounds. My God, that's what civilians need to wear in any city centre. See? Public protection, body armor. There's not enough police. We need now people in body armor. That such is the ferocity of your average British city centre. Did I call Derby a town? I think it's a city. I think. And I always lament when a beautiful big Victorian building like this gets turned into a chavvy, low-watt, gurgly, low IQ slots, casino, gaming, fruit machines. What can we say about gambling? It's a fetish for risk. A risk fetish. It's like bug chasers. Oh, I need to get the risk, even though you know it's not going to do you any good. It'll probably kill you, ruin your life. You're like, yeah, I need to chase the risk. It's like bug chasers, man. Admiral Casino, my God, it's so sad to see them doing so well. Look at that, you got Polish, Vietnamese, Pakistani, Ukrainian, Albanian, Chinese, and Bulgarian? But anyway, come on in, ruin your life. There's more, there's another one. Ruin your life now in, I don't know what, Latvian or something, Romanian, and again Polish. But what's the stereotypes that love a gamble? I think the Chinese are into their lucky numbers. And they've got, you know, China, gambling's illegal, but they love gambling so much that they've got a special administrative zone called Macau, which absolutely mogs even Vegas. It's like double the revenue of gambling in Macau. But then again, China does have a bit of a big population and growing. Anyway, back to Derby. It's a shabby place. Hello, mate. It's a shabby place. Car ramming of peace barriers, absolutely on point. And we'll go and have a look. There's the Derby City Council building where various YouTubers have been physically manhandled out of the building. Wait, I think I heard some angry beeping. There's a guy in a car being spoken to by the public protection body armor guys. Oh, they're mad at him. There's a bus that was beeping. There you go. Something's going on. He's in the bus lane, and the fluorescents are having none of it. Nothing like a nice chicken. You can tell it's a mummy. Look, chicken. And I was wondering why I'd never seen this hall before. I've not been to Derby for a long time. Founded 1866, it says. But it's giving me two emotions. My first emotion is, wow, look what the Victorians could build. And my second emotion is, where's all the customers? This is depressing as f. Curiosity killed the Charlie. Oh, someone doesn't speak English? Oh, is it an angry migrant? 11-year-old Kia Picanto. That's the car for the cost of living crisis. Quick chat to the bus driver. I cracked a joke. Said, "Can I get the Kia Picanto out of town, maybe to Nottingham?" He's like, and I said, "Why is he there?" He says he's highly illegal. He's trying to get to the bus stop, but there's no bus stop action because our non-English speaker in the cost of living busting car has decided maybe he's broken down. He's got the hazard lights on. If he's broken down, then I take everything back. But surely we can push him out of the bus stop. I'm going to leave because car bombs. We're due a resurgency of car bombs, unfortunately. I'm out of here. I don't want to go boom, boom, boom and have the people say, "Hey, oh." No, it's not funny. But yeah. Some people have a higher per capita chance of detonating. A much higher per capita chance of detonating randomly. I'm not going to say any more than that. I'm just going to get out of there. I think there's like a student trip to the county court and the Crown Court. This is Derby Crown Court. And the random victim stabbed by the crazy... Well, this is the thing. If you're going to carry a knife and use it on people, you've got something wrong with you, but it doesn't excuse you as a guilty party. He was tried and convicted. He pled guilty to murder here at Derby Crown Court. And he was sentenced to a minimum of 25 years. So his asylum failed, but the taxpayer are going to have to pay for him for 25 years. So we're here at another one of these Orwellian monitor everyone's face in His Majesty's open prison. And these are meant to be a great deterrent if you have a brain. If you understand the abstraction of, ooh, I might get caught. I might serve life in prison. I'm being watched by the ball cam. Maybe it's not a good idea to lash out and stab people. But if you have no civilizational training or impulse control, all CCTV acts as a mop-up operation. Hey, we'll get good HD footage of the guy running away and we'll catch him, but doesn't deter any of them. If it did, they wouldn't do it. But they do it because they don't feel the deterrence. See all the poppy wreaths there at the War Memorial. And see the poppies. They represent the killing fields of Europe, where poppies grew all around the dead bodies of all the young men who fought for king and country. And on the side here of the council building, it says, "Lest we forget," and it's got the poppy motif with the silhouettes of soldiers. Was it worth it, guys? Was it worth it for the government to put boomer pension funds as more important than the safety of civilians and girls trying to walk home, or random bank customers? Was it worth it, guys? I don't think so. And I've recently been in Spain, or Catalonia, if you want to be pedantic about it. They don't like being called Spanish. And I'll tell you the secret to the Spanish economic boom. They also suffered they are suffering a fertility crisis because people think too much and procreate too little. And they realize that their boomer pensions are all going to collapse, and the housing market, everything's going to collapse. And also the benefits for the elderly, pensions. You need workers, you need young workers. So the Spanish, instead of importing millions of angry Islamist rage boys who aren't culturally compatible or appropriate, the Spanish were clever. They're like, those South Americans, they're former Spanish colonies, they speak Spanish, they are Christian, they want to work, they'll do the jobs that the Spaniards won't do. So the Spaniards imported millions of South Americans who are Christian and compatible because they speak the language. And I want you to look at the figures for Spain's GDP growth compared to Britain. Says it all. Derbyshire, I'm going to do my Paddy Considine impersonation from Dead Man's Shoes. Not scared of you. I've got you right here. If I were you, I'd get back in that car and I'd fuck off and I'd drive very far away because I've fucking got you. I was right above you. Oh, and then the other guy's like, "Oh, do you like putting makeup on men?" And he's like, "I was right there. Right there. Right there." I'm just chatting to Ash, you don't mind me naming it, yeah, from Derby. I said, "Is this police thing now, there's 2 police cars now, this is armed police in the Volvo. Is this permanent?" And he goes, "Yeah, there's the stabbing, the spade incident," and he says the gold shop was robbed. Was it an armed robbery?
3 of them with ballas on, with hammers and stuff.
3 balaclava bandits, balaclava betas. There you go. Just saying hello. Hello to the armed constabulary, I wish them...
On it now, look.
Oh, it's the Ramsdens.
Yeah.
Let's turn the camera around. Anyway. Cheers, Ash. All the best, mate. So, yeah, this place got robbed. Balaclava boys. It's getting feral out here. Very feral. So I said, you heard, permanent police. That's it. We might need troops on the streets, like in France after the Nice car ramming attack of peace. So, yeah, when you've got deranged people with no impulse control running around with large kitchen knives, you do need a more aggressive form of policing, and that is armed policing with full metal jacketed rounds in case your scumbag is wearing body armor, and tasers. Although I think right now it's McDonald's time. Oh, they've left the rifles in the car. They've only got the sidearm. They've only got the pistols on the side at the moment. Now they're getting back in. I think it's too soon. Too soon for Macca's. The armed police have gone into McDonald's. I've had a very nice chat with the Christian in the blue jacket. And the conclusion was we are stuck in a semantic prison using concepts and words and vocal cord vibrations as mere mammals. And we don't yet have the equipment. Don't know if we ever will have the equipment to understand the hyper-complex, infinitely vast machinations of the universe, whether it's a god or whether it's Jesus or whether it's just infinity playing out. We just don't know. And the best we can do with our overclocked chimpanzee graphics card brains is go green pawnbrokers you see ahead, Ramsdens. It was on the 14th of July that 3 balaclava betas hammered up all the glass and stole loads of jewelry. They got away. The police apparently took 7 minutes to approach. That's what the internet's saying, although it is AI. AI has a tendency to tell shit and porkies and lies. But yeah, 3 people were subsequently arrested, a 22-year-old, 23-year-old and 18-year-old for the robbery. They were released on bail pending further inquiries. And that brings me nicely on to, this is the main drag. There's the main church. We're in the hyper city centre of Derby. And the high street here is a tragedy. Everything's shut. Not even the tobacco and vape shop, Red Power Shop, could stay open. But it would be incomplete of me not to mention the Derbyon Centre, which is a very successful city centre mall, shopping mall here in Derby. And all the big shops, all the good shops are in there. Because it rains a lot in this country. People like a city centre shopping mall. Hey Gooseman, talk to me. Talk to me. Come on. Ow. Welcome to Derby bus station. It's very busy. A lot of people getting the hell out of Dodge. Now, I'd just like to thank the British government and all the associated European governments for turning every city centre into a wildlife reserve only suitable for YouTubers. So, Steinstrasse. Stein beer. Hello, Steinstrasse, and then public Steinstrasse. Dankeschön. And public hall from 1878. Victoriana. Love it. Police patrolling everywhere. There's for a kind of moderately sized city, it's a lot of cops. But check this out. You like old buildings? This is like no, I don't know, a bit later than Henry VIII and Elizabeth I. 1611. 1611. Look at that. So I'd say that's the original church. That's the extension. JC was so popular, so successful. Cops. They built an extension. But I also like the T. Gorman shoemaker and repairer advert. Look at that. It says established over 50 years, but now looks like it's from the 40s? 30s? 1930s, that is. Welcome to Sadler Gate, with the car ramming of peace barriers, of course. Prerequisite for any European urban area. Now, Sadler Gate, if I remember, has a few more independent, hippie, alternative shops. There's also a few bars. And you've got the Strand Arcade. Again, you can just tell it was Victorian that built it, and now it's all quiet and empty. Okay, it's a Tuesday afternoon, but it's a weekday. And so the town, city, I keep doing this. The town should be busy, but it's not. The Derbyon, the internal mall, the indoor mall, that's very busy. We might have a look in there soon. But it does break my heart a little bit seeing Europe decay and, collapse like this. And unfortunately, because we are such tolerant Christians, such forgiving, tolerant, guilt-ridden Christians, it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. And as I said earlier, the only winners here are disaster YouTubers like myself and others. It shouldn't be like this as we pass the Old Bell Hotel. Shouldn't be like this. I wonder if this is authentic or if it's mock Tudor. It's, well, that's a Renaissance Tudor from 17. King George. 1717, that the British colony, the United States, the 13 colonies, were fighting the Spanish, the French, and they're borrowing a lot of money from from back home, from Britain. And then Britain was like, you know what, American, British people, can we get those debts? Can you please start repaying the money we lent you? And the Americans were like, Independence War, Revolution, Constitution, Declaration of Independence. And you know what? Sometimes it's easier just to declare independence than to pay back your debts. So this guy here in the black, he's chosen this target very carefully. liberal woman who has actually, I think, told him, no, I'm not going to give you money. But I heard him say something about, the homeless shelter, I've got no money for this, for that. But as many of my viewers have put on the shoplifter short, the YouTube short I've just launched, where I caught a shoplifter and then he tried to defend his thievery. This government is very generous with giving free house, free money, free food. And so the people out begging and harassing, mostly middle-class women, because they're an easy target, are wanting it for narcotics. And we all know this, and I wish everyone would know this. Got a new target, another woman on her own, giving the same sob story. But anyway, as I was going to say, look at that. Paddy Power, Mercure slots, turning around. William Hill gambling, it's all a fetish for risk. Oh, I'm going to suffer risk. Is she going to fall for it? Is she going to fall? Maybe, if he gives her enough of a sweet story. Back on the high street, and of course, the permanent police presence continues permanently. This is pretty good stabilization for 10 times optical zoom. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
How's my Christians doing? How's the Christians doing? Preach, brothers, preach. What are they up to? What alleyway shenanigans are they looking for? Just checked that lady's cigarette. He took it off her and smelt it. I think he suspected it was a spicy Amsterdam creation. Not the world's biggest crime. We come right around the corner. It's basic anthropology. The anthros, the us, the humans, the Homo sapiens, without a alpha leader, without a big man, many betas will vie for the prime position to get resources and mating opportunities. Now, city centres are they're called the urban jungle. And without a permanent and strong police presence, and I know many of my viewers, and so do I, got many strange reservations about what the police have become in this country. But in terms of common law safety on the street, without a strong policing like they have in Barcelona, where I was last week, you're going to get just people, Homo sapiens, acting up and vying for top position, many times involving hammers, guns, shovels, knives, stabbings. Hello, how are you? Hey, hello, I got to run, but...
Charlie, you're one of my heroes. Well,
thank you, I'm no hero, but thank you for watching.
All the time. You've even been on my street at Normanton. There.
Oh yeah, Normanton, yeah.
A little cat.
Bit scary down Normanton Road.
Oh yeah.
Nice to meet you anyway. Take care. Thank you, mate. Good guy. Bless him. Anyway, where was I? Yeah. Without strong, physically strong policing, hey mate, you're right. The mammals act up. They kick off. Looks pretty good. I've got myself a chicken katsu rice thing. And I want to eat it, but then, as I was ordering it, the police all went running this way. So no rest for the YouTuber, no lunch, no sit down. What kind of things going on here? I don't know. But behind me, there's people looking on as well. Oh, are they interested? I suspect that these three guys here were involved in a narcotics deal. Don't have any evidence, but it was what it looked like. I'm not saying that's what it was. Yeah, the police suspect it as well. They've just gone running around that corner, and I mean running, because they saw the police coming. Yep, this is the way they ran. Let's see if anything can be seen. Can anything be seen? Not at the moment, let's be honest. Your average street cracky, he knows the pain of going cold turkey in a police cell. He's not going to stick around. Okay, that's them. That's the three of them. And that's the police. We're gonna monitor Lizard the situation. Amongst the shattered ruins of Great Britain, the police attempt to catch some crackies. And there they go. Yep, that's them. Giving intel. Oh, that guy there's giving intel. Look at that. Rooftop sniper. Said something, they went that way. There's another one of them. Interesting. Das Pursuiten Continuiten. This guy says something. Says, And the police lady said we're dealing with something, but maybe he's got intel about the same thing. Sorry, the guy giving me a wave from the van. Gave him a thumbs up. I reckon Green Jacket, he's got no reservations about running and tackling some city centre crackies. And there's the guy just there. Oh, thanks, boss. I'm hiding because the police are hiding. Oh, wow. There's an effect. Oh, let's pull out. And I think they've gone down there. A few crackies behind me. And if we turn the camera around, the pursuit continueth. During the pursuit, a viewer called Nath in his white van didn't want to appear. I mean, who does? If you're appearing on my channel, it's probably, you know, it's probably a nefarious reason. Anyway, he wants a shout out. So Nath, this is your shout out, mate. Thanks for saying hello. University of Derby, the Cavendish building, and a bunch of students were pointing that away. I see one. There's one of them on the bike, but the pedestrianised ones, I don't know. Leaving the city centre, the immediate city centre. So as a YouTuber, you need to make a decision. Is there likely to be drama, or should we return to the city? Now, the pursuit's gone on for a while. The male policeman, he's on his radio, radioing someone. So they think there's going to be drama. Should we carry on? We'll take a risk. We'll carry on. To the University of Erpy. You know it's serious here outside the town hall in central Derby when they bring out the STD van, the LG TV 4K, where you stick in your Pinot, where you what you're taking into your Vagoo. Are you sure you know if your Vagoo is a Pinot or a Vagoo? Anyway, the chlamydia purveyors, the herpes and syphilis and AIDS, don't forget AIDS, making a comeback. Not correlated at all to the migrant crisis, I promise. AIDS making a big comeback. Some new variants, some new strains. You know, you destroy your immune system. Take it up the Pinot. Sorry. Vagoo. We rejoin the main drag with now 4 cops as a presence up ahead. Let's recap the things that used to be safe in Great Britain that might now get you stabbed. Getting on a train, mass stabbing. Taking your dog for a walk, gets you stabbed to death. Queuing in Lloyd's Bank, stabbed to death. Being a girl trying to cross a city centre park to go home, raped. It's a different environment these days. Hello, mate. How are you? Doesn't even need narration. It is what it is. I love the free sleeping bag scarf chic. Derelict, as they would say in Zoolander. It's the random stabbing. Lloyd's now has a security guard. This is turning into South Africa more and more every day. It's not normal for British banks to have private security in them. Shocking me the most about walking around Derby is not only the decay in 4K, it's the sheer amount of Afghanis walking around. Young men in their late teens and early 20s, probably pretending to be 13 so they can get into school. It's like I'm back in the Helmand province. Not that I was ever in the Helmand province, I promise. And some more shit corporate art commissioned by scumbag politicians who see nothing wrong with a few tens of thousands of pounds for some stupid metal rings that mean nothing, look anachronistic, which means outdated. It's bullshit, absolute bullshit. Let's have a look inside the Derbyon. We passed the chrome ram. You know, it's okay. First of all, you have to bear with the cheap end of Derbyon. This piece of shit Christmas tree. That's about as Christian as a Al-Qaeda invasion of Fallujah. Look at it. I think that's it. That's the video from Derbyon, Afghan Helmand reminiscence migrants everywhere, stabby, 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 national emergency, wartime powers, are they all going to be deported? Is that the humane option? Answers on a postcard or answers in the comment section. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope the police did catch some narcotics dealing crackheads, but you never know. So thanks again, goodbye.